My name is Portia Botchway. I go by she, her as my pronouns, and I'm an Xbox researcher. So I do research on games, why people play them, how they play them, what they find enjoyable. Sometimes we give feedback on the experience for the things we're using. We boot up our phones, we don't like the way it's working. We give feedback via reviews maybe, or maybe talking to other people who are also using the product and being like, oh, I really didn't like that new update, things like that. But sometimes that feedback we're giving doesn't always make its way back to the people who are building the stuff we use. And so as a UX researcher or user experience researcher, my role is to help be a conduit or a pathway for the user to share their feedback and their experiences with the designers, and helping to shape it in a way that developers and designers can make sense of it and think about how it applies to their work. I used to be a teacher. So I used to teach science. I taught 1 year, 5th and 7th grade science, and then I taught 3 years of high school science, focusing on biology and chemistry, and I loved it. So how I ended up in UX is a lot of my friends happen to have been in tech in totally other areas, and I would go visit them on the campuses of their jobs and see all the free Skittles and all the free food, and was super excited about it. But also seeing how much they loved their work and seeing how they were helping to build products that I use every day, like my phone, like my video game consoles, like my computers. And so it made me think, okay, well, I like technology and I like people and understanding people and guiding people. So maybe I can fit into a tech world. I was looking around to see who was hiring, and I happened to see something from Xbox Research. I was curious about what Xbox Research was, what they did. I knew it was going to be in tech because it's at Microsoft, and so I was like, okay, I get to work in a more technologically focused role, and it was under engineering, which seemed strange to me because I was like, well, I don't have an engineering degree. Let me just see what they're looking for. And it turns out that they were looking for someone like me. I was able to apply things I've learned throughout my life. So my undergraduate degree in biology, so focusing on human anatomy and physiology, brought me into education. And in education, I did another degree, and that kind of gives me additional information and ways of thinking that tie into this work in UX. Oh, the people. The most interesting parts of the work I do, it's the people. And because I get to work with so many different kinds of people, that means I get to work on a lot of different kinds of things. Everyone has their own perspective and they're creating different things. The game I recently worked on it's called Psychonauts 2, and I was able to talk to many people from that team, including the studio head, the creative director. This is his vision. And it's so powerful to see his vision come to life. The very first level, I won't give any spoilers, but there's all these teeth everywhere. It's so gross and so awesome. I would have never come up with that on my own. And so seeing someone else come up with it and being able to contribute and build that with them is really powerful. And my contribution was small. It's all them, but me being able to give a little bit of input, that to me is really exciting and powerful. I've been stuck many a time in games and had to go and Google the walkthroughs because I did not know what to do next. And so that message can be hard for people to hear. And my instinct as a teacher for students is to walk them through that process step by step. But for adults, for peers, for people who are older than me, have been doing this my whole life, it's harder because I also come from a background where you respect your elders. If someone who has more experience than you or who's older than you says something, leave it alone. Even if they are completely wrong. You do not tell grandma, well, actually, let me tell you this, because grandma does not want to hear that. She does not. And so with other people who are older than me, wiser than me, more experienced than me in some ways, I have to push back my natural instinct of, well, let me just make sure I, let them say their piece and let it be that. I'm not scared. I'm not worried I'll get in trouble. It's just a different way of interacting than how I normally do. So that's been something I had to work on. I'm having fun. Like I said, I'm very interest driven. I am driven a lot by fun, my own fun, what I think is interesting and what I'm curious about. And for now, I'm having fun. I'm having fun learning about other people and how they think about things. I'm having fun seeing what ideas people come up with and how they go from the original email to the full game version. Like to see that is really cool. I'm having fun, and I think I have something to add. I mean, my way of looking at the world is just my way, but even in the 2-ish years I've worked in this position, I've been able to contribute and change little parts of multiple games. I've been able to change minds here at Xbox. And so I have impact, and that to me is important. I'm excited for more people to play games. I think, well, I know, I do research on this, that not everyone feels welcome in gaming, both as a career or as just like a hobby. And I'm looking forward to people feeling welcome and playing more. One of my friends one time was like, "Oh, you're so nerdy." I said, "Nerdy? Well, what do you mean?" She said, "Oh, you play games." And I was like, "You do yoga." And I'm a complex person. I play sports. I like fashion. I like food. And yeah, I play games, but it's not a singular piece of me. And so that's what I'm most looking forward to, is expanding what it means to be a person who plays games. Expanding what it means to play games. Anybody can play. Anybody can have fun. And you don't have to play every day all the time or sink 120 hours into a game or, have all the gear. You can just play however you want to, whenever you want to, and with whom you want to, and that's fine. And so that's what I'm hoping we'll see more of. So I think there's, just like with books, just like with movies and TV shows, there's something for everybody.